Alright everyone, got an awesome unboxing video for y'all, and this is the 2023 Daiwa Saltist SVTW80, and I have gotten the XHL version, which is the left hand, and note that this box here is says PE Special. That's right, there's a lot of Daiwa reels that's PE Special, or basically the reel spool is made specifically to hold PE line, or specifically thin PE line, so that you can have a lot of line spooled on without any sort of backing. Like my last unboxing video that I've done, which is the Daiwa Silver Wolf. That's a size 1000 reel, but it's made to hold PE 0.8 go and 0.6 go. That's very, very thin. This specific one is a size 80 reel that can hold 0.8 go and 1 go. But anyway, let's focus on this reel specifically, since that specific video is already out and you guys can check out that via the top right hand corner. Okay, but anyway, the reason why I got this reel here is because I've been doing a lot of saltwater fishing. I like to do back bays via the kayak, or maybe someone's boat, right? Or even on the surf, because fluke or summer flounder, you could cast far enough with bait casting reels on the surf to catch them because they're that close, right? So it's awesome to use a bait caster. I love using bait casters, okay? And I've been using the Baits Hundo as my setup for this year, and a lot of people said, hey Jimbo, that's way too expensive for my wallet. So I was like, okay, let me get a high quality reel, and while yen is down, let's explore some options in Japan that's not available in the US. And I'm hoping that Daiwa USA will bring something like this over to the US, because everyone is into salt finesse, right? And you need reels like these, like Cashin, right? Cashin got the salt net finesse rod. I think this reel here would be perfect on our rod. So I'll be exploring that in the near future with this reel. So about this reel specifically, right? How much does it cost? Right now with yen down, it's under $150 on Amazon shipped. Okay, so if you guys have tax, of course, obviously you got paid for that, right? But I'm telling you, $150 versus, hey, my Baits Hundo, that's like $300 something, 350, 375, right? Something like around that ballpark. Very expensive. So this guy right here, it's gonna be a banger. All right, the first thing we want to do is talk about the specs. And note, the Saltists have actually 3 sizes: the 80, the 100, and 300. Note that the 100 and 300 have different specs and also different parts a little bit, right? Mainly the SV, okay? And also the drag system a little bit different, okay? So make sure when you guys do look this up and when you do buy this, make sure you don't mistake the other size reels, okay? Once again, size 80. And again, I got the XHL for the left hand retrieve. And this comes in basically only one speed. It's 8.1 to 1 gear ratio. 81 cm per turn, or pretty much around 32 inch per turn, okay? And this thing weighs 185 grams. I did a conversion already. It's about 6.5 ounce. This right here sports the UTD drag system, the ultimate tournament drag system, maximum of 4.5 kg, or about 9.9 pounds. 7 ball bearings. 2 of them are corrosion resistant ball bearings, so I'm assuming those 2 might have some sort of special bearings. I hope they're mag sealed bearings, but I'm quite upset that this reel doesn't have mag sealed bearings. If you guys have watched my unboxing video for the Silver Wolf, you'll notice that it says mag sealed ball bearings here, and 10 ball bearings, and all 10 of them are corrosion resistant. And from what I learned about mag sealed ball bearings is these ball bearings have like special lube that have some sort of magnetic properties. With that sort of lubrication, it keeps everything out, seawater, salt, dirt, sand, everything, right? So I was like, yo, come on, man, this is a saltwater reel. Why doesn't have any like mag seal bearings? Those 2 CR bearings might have it, but come on, how about the other 5? But it's okay, I guess, given the price. Definitely a lot cheaper than Silver Wolf, but hopefully this reel will last a long time. I take good care of my reels. I flush them all the time, regardless mag seal or not. Heck, I got some cheap CDM reels or even freshwater reels that I've been flushing, just rinse them out. And by the end of the year, I just clean up really well and put new lubrication, and it's been good so far to me. So, with it or without it, I think it's okay. My biggest concern for the Silver Wolf is that, hey, by the end of the year when I go clean it, right, do I flush them, right? So, yeah, where can I get some mag seal lube anyway? So potentially, this might not be a bad thing after all, because if you're going to do your own self-service, like I said, where the hell you get that mag lube, right? The mag seal lube. I don't know. And then the line capacity. Once again, this reel is made to hold PE line or braided line. The 2 sizes that they recommend is 0.8 go or 1 go. And as you see, the line capacity, you can hold either 250 feet at the midway point or 500 feet of point A go. And I'll show you that midway point in a second when I open the box up. Well, actually, I'm gonna open the box now since we're done talking about specs, right? So here we are, okay? Nothing really in the box. This is just like the Silver Wolf. Yep, this is not the schematics. I'm assuming this is the warranty stuff, which doesn't apply to us Americans who imports the reel. So yeah, definitely we probably don't need the schematics at this point, but potentially I may need to replace something in the future. I may have to try Platco JP if I need any parts. But anyway, let's move this box out of the way and let's take a look at this reel. Oh, look at that. Big Daiwa symbol right there. Oh, what the heck's going on? Okay, look at that. Anyways, this thing right here screams the Tatula 80. But as you see, it's a Saltist right there and it has a dark blue. Now, the US have a saltwater tattoo-like reel. It's called a Coastal, and it's like a lighter blue. But as you see, the Saltist is dark blue with a little bit of glitter on it. So it might look very, very beautiful in the sun. Okay. Looking at the handles, everything, I love these TPE material. And then you have that Zion Star Drag. Okay. So this is like some sort of a high-end carbon fiber graphite like thingy-majiggy that's very, very light. Okay. So that's awesome. And one more thing. Ready? Listen to this. Ta-da! Drag clicker. Now, I'm going to derail this video very quick. I know a lot of people are buying the Tatula 80, okay, overseas because it's a lot cheaper than a US, okay? Like, I think it might be like $110 to $130, right? And then they buy a $30 spool from Gomexis, and hey, I got a BFS reel. But, you know, they don't have a drag clicker. So potentially, you guys get this guy here, and it already have a shallow spool. Potentially, this guy here could solve some of your bait finesse needs. I don't know, because this spool is so shallow. I'm gonna wait later. Potentially, we could do some bait finesse on this, but once again, I'll be using this for one go braided line, casting 1/4 ounce to maybe even up to a 1/2 ounce jig in the back bays. But potentially, I may do some bait finesse fishing with it. I may do a cast testing session, see how low this will go. That's something you guys need to let me know because that's not my intention. I do have the Gomexis spool, a spare one right here, so I technically play around with it if you guys want to see me slap this guy on here and turn it into a BFS reel for maybe a day or two. All right, so you take a look at that spool right there in the middle. If I could get it to focus, here we are. You see that little line right there in the middle? Right, that is the midway point. So when I showed you guys the box earlier about where the line capacity is, that's the first number. And if you max the spool, that's the second number. This guy right here is plastic. Okay. Oh, okay. With a little bit of play. And T-wing system. For those who are not familiar with T-wing system, this is what it is. Okay. When it's collecting line, I have a very, very narrow line guide. But when you're casting, it's very, very wide. And that will reduce friction. That's really cool. Okay. And also, because this is a PE spool, let's take a look at this for a second. Oh yeah, look at that. That guide is going very, very fast, which is pretty important. It's very, very important for any sort of reel that use specifically PE line so that it can lay down the line and spread apart very, very quick instead of very, very close together. Because if it's too close together, potentially the pressure when you're fighting a big fish, the PE line might dig into itself and cause some issue while fishing. So this should be okay. Like I'm reeling right here, like normal speed. I see that it's going pretty fast. Okay, what else? Made in Thailand, not in Japan. Some people care. I don't care. It's Daiwa. It's Japanese to me. All right, so here we go. We got to open this up and take a look at spool. Okay, and this line right here, folks, it is not the indicator for the brakes. If you look very, very close, this notch right here, that indicates the brakes, okay? All right, so here we are, the SV spool. It's a long shaft, unfortunately. I know everyone loves the short shaft, right? But it is an SV spool, so we know that it is light. Note that the Saltist 100 and 300 is not SV spool or SV braking. They are MagForce VZ, okay? But anyway, the SV spool is great because the SV braking is very super dynamic. For those who are not familiar, Daiwa uses magnetic braking system. So right here, here's the brakes, the magnets that is. And when you first cast, the initial cast is the spool spins the fastest, right? So this thing shoots right in, applying a lot of brakes. And as it slows down, right, as you see right here, I'm twisting it, right? It's actually a ramp, so it slowly retracts back. So as it slows down, it doesn't need as much brakes. It will reduce the amount of brakes so that it achieves smoother, further casting distance. That's very, very nice. And let's take a look and see how light the spool is. Okay, so we have a almost 13-gram spool. That's not too bad for a saltwater reel. And I would say that potentially this reel right here, you could do a lot of power finesse fishing. If I'm gonna fill this up to a halfway point with 0.8 go, I'm pretty sure I could cast a 1/8 ounce jig head plus a smaller plastic. That's something I could try and play around with if you guys are interested. But once again, I intend to max the spool with 1 go and cast heavier lures. All right, so I'm looking at the spool. As you see, there isn't a bearing on a spool here, but you do see a little O-ring right there, so that's pretty cool. I think the O-ring is gonna act kind of like the Silent Tune reels from Shimano, so it may reduce some shaking noise or vibration noise that a lot of people complain about Daiwa reels. So let me put this guy back on, and I'm gonna do a quick spin test. Maybe it will vibrate, maybe not. I have no idea. Yeah, I don't think any sort of a on the table type test like that will show anything. Like, you really have to put some line on, put some lures on and cast so that it actually spins a lot faster than this to see if it actually vibrates like crazy. So anyways, that is it for my unboxing video. So what are my next steps? Obviously, I have to go fish it, right? I got to fish it in 2 different environments. I have to try it on a surf, and then I have to try it on a back bays via on a kayak. So you definitely see me fishing this for more flounder, back bay creatures, because, you know, there's a lot more species in flounder. I've been catching some weak fish and also some stripers and stuff like that. So it's going to be really cool to see what kind of fish I pull out with this guy. But again, I'll be filling this guy up with 1 go, some sort of a 8-strand carrier PE, likely from Varivis. And I'll probably put like 12-pound leader on it and put it on a medium light to a medium heavy rod and go at it for some saltwater fishing. If you guys are interested in getting this reel, once again, the link to where I purchased this on Amazon is in the description below. I can't wait to take this out on the water. And if you guys can't wait to see me take it out on the water, make sure you guys turn on that bell notification, because I am addicted to saltwater and I'll definitely be using this on my next fishing trip. I thank you all for watching. The fish don't wait. Catch y'all on the next episode.